Okay guys, so I wanted to change the nail color of these. I've been wearing them for a little bit, so you can see there's a little bit of space like I kind of needed to be filled. So I finally bought the stuff to try and fill them. Now, there I did find, so side note, I did not file this nail wrong. I did find a little bit of a negative. This nail got like this because it actually burned or melted, should I say, when it was a little bit too close to the fire when I was cooking. Or I don't even know, just my hand was over it, the pan too long. I'm not sure, but this never happened with acrylic and it almost melted my nail. Anyways, so first I'm going to take my e-file, and I'm using this one. I still like my other little $15 one. I'm using this one just because it doesn't need to be plugged in and I didn't have a plug available near me. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off the nail polish that I had on. So I'm just going to sand it all off and make sure that it's completely off, because I am using, as you can see, like a little jelly type polish, which is kind of see-through. So I wanted to make sure that it was all completely off. You also want to make sure you get the nail polish completely off around where the fake nail started, like around the cuticle area. Just want to make sure you get that part really good. So after I have all the polish removed, I'm going to switch this little bit to a smaller one just to go around my cuticle and clean up that area. I like going in with this just because it kind of lifts all the dead like skin around the cuticle, and basically like I'm giving myself a manicure right here. I just want to clean it up and remove all that off, and then I'm gonna go back in with the e-file again, and then I'm gonna, so basically what I want to do is if there's any lifting, I'm going to remove it. There was no real lifting on these nails, so I didn't have to do any of that. But also I just want to go around the fake nail where it starts, just to make sure that there's no, like I said, no lifting, and just to make it an even surface basically. So I just want to make it all even and flat. I just want it to be nice and smooth for what I'm going to put on top. So after all this filing is done and it's nice and smooth and flat, I'm going to, you can do this before or after. I chose to do it before. I'm going to kind of reshape my nails because it's been a while since I've had them on, and I just want them to be reshaped. Plus, for this one that melted, I didn't want to replace it. I just kind of cut it down a little bit short and then tried to make it as straight as possible. And so I'm just kind of reshaping them a little bit just to, I don't know, I just did it before. But you can do it after you apply the builder gel. So after all that, I'm going to clean it up with alcohol just to make it clean for what I'm going to apply next. Now, I've seen so many different ways people do this. I mean, some people apply a dehydrator, apply a primer. Some people apply a base. I really don't know. This is my first time using this builder gel and filling it with it. So I'm just going based off of the brand, what the brand says that I bought. So it does say that you need to apply a base coat. So that's what I'm doing. I'm applying this base coat to my nails first. It's just a regular base coat. And I guess it needs something sticky to hold on to. So I kind of use the alcohol as like a dehydrator just to make sure there's no oils on my nails. And then I'm using this base to have the builder gel stick to it. So I'm applying it and I'm making sure to get it really well around my cuticle, and then I'm going to cure it. I think it's like 60 seconds or something. I don't know, 30 to 60 seconds. I cured it. Then I'm going to take the builder gel, and I'm using the Beetles brand just because this is the brand I've been using for most of my things, and it's worked out really well for me. So I just went ahead and got this brand, and it's super affordable, super cheap. I think I paid under $10. I don't remember. I'll link everything in the description box. But you can see how thick it is. So I've also seen people apply it just like a regular nail polish. I've seen some people apply it in beads. So what kind of worked best for me is I'm just going to kind of move it where I want to. I'm going to apply a little bit to the very top, where as close to my cuticle as possible, and then I'm going to kind of just move it around where I want it, but I'm keeping it close to my cuticle because that's where I need it the most. And then whatever's remaining, I'm going to kind of run it down my nail. And you see I kind of wiped a little bit because it was just a little bit too much. I don't need that much on the bottom because then it tends to look really thick. So I kind of just applied it, and it's very easy to use because it kind of just goes and lays flat for you, and it doesn't move around, so it doesn't like spread out like a polish does. So it's really easy to work with in putting it exactly where you need it. And then I'm just going to cure it. And I was making sure to look at it from all angles just to make sure there wasn't any like big lumps or bumps, or, you know, it just looked really even and flat. And you can, I guess, go in again with it one more time, or however much, I don't know. You can go in and again if you didn't put enough, or there's any like bumps or major issues you have, go in again and cure it again. So again, I'm kind of just putting some down where I need it to be filled at, and then I'm wiping my brush and kind of just working it around that area that needs to be filled, and any remaining I'm just running it down the rest of my nail. I think for all nails I just went in once. I really didn't, since they didn't need to be filled too much, I just went in once. I didn't have to use it again. But yeah, it was pretty easy to use. I mean, it kind of just goes down smooth for you once you put it exactly where it needs to be filled. So it was pretty easy to use. And then after, it's important step, you have to take some alcohol and remove all the stickiness, because it is sticky after. But once you remove it with the alcohol, it's nice and smooth and ready for shaping. So I really didn't need to go back in and shape them too much. I just used the e-file and went around like once, maybe twice, very, very lightly, because I don't want to remove the builder gel that I just put on. But I wanted it to make sure it was super smooth and just looked natural around the cuticle. So I just made sure to go around it about once. And then I really didn't need to go over the whole nail, but I just wanted to make sure it was all smooth. So I just, again, very lightly, I wasn't pushing down too hard. I was just doing it very lightly around each cuticle, and then just really lightly over the whole nail. But that really didn't need to be done, honestly. And then again, I'm just going to go back in with a file and just shape it a little bit if I needed it, but they really didn't need it the second time. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with how it worked out. It was super affordable, and how long it will last, I don't know. The gel tips that I have been using have been lasting a really long time, and I'm really happy with them. So that is a pretty easy process. This paint set that I'm using, I absolutely love it. If you're into greens right now like I am, it has so many pretty greens in it. It has two like one with glitter, one kind of shimmery. I don't know, they're really pretty. Jelly and not jelly type of colors. I haven't really did jelly nails ever, so I decided to use this one first because I couldn't really decide. I will have everything linked in the description box for you guys. Everything's linked on my Amazon. It's all super affordable, and I've been using it for a while and really like it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.